and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 today doing some more racing. In fact, we're currently doing the battle for the grid positions. I mean, if I can just... I was hoping I could turn Chris's car so he wasn't pointing the right way. We've got a mess going on here. We're racing some more of the new cars. Well, we're starting off racing some of the... relatively recently acquired cars. We're not really doing a start grid for it. This is going to be terrible, but never mind. You know what? I'm going to go back here with Blakey. We'll join Team Orange. Team Orange's confidence. Team Orange has the confidence. We're going to park back here and wait for the mess to unfold at the start. So that first race, we have got Paragons and the Izzy Sport, the mini race car, essentially. Turns out these two are surprisingly well balanced around this particular circuit. The Paragon has the straight line speed. The Mini is pretty good through the corners, although neither's so immensely overpowered that they would completely run away. So yeah, we thought we'd add some. We tend to do a lot of one-make races, so thought we'd do something a little bit different. Things haven't gone well for my sneaky start strategy. I think it was Longbow got caught on a wall, and that kind of screwed us over a smidge in all of that. But you know, we'll be back in the fight in no time at least. Team Orange is going to go for, if we can get me and Blakey onto the podium, if we get both of us on the podium, would be amazing. Or if we get one of us onto the podium, pretty good going for Team Orange. Is it going to get a little busy through here on the opening lap? Yes, we're trying to mug the pink Paragon, but we cannot quite make that work. So this track, quite interesting. It sort of alters the... I mean, we're racing technically through the canals part here, but of course... well, it's added the whole circuit. It kind of changes this entire part of the map, which is really quite neat. Oh, that was a... I know why that car wanted to be over. I presume Brazen, who is the creator of this circuit as well, why it wanted to be over there to try and get the better run through the next corner. Oh, that was not a clever overtaking spot, really, was it? That's not, it's a very fast corner, that one, so you're not really going to be able to get much. There is also... Uh-oh! Hello, Longbow! So we did this map on stream, and the jump line across that chicane is known as the Stinty line, as Stinty was the one who pioneered that line. It's technically slightly faster, but it does involve getting airtime, which always has its own risks. If you want to go for it, fair game, but you run the risk, of course, your car's in the air. If you land on somebody's car, you're going to get in trouble, and it's just generally a little bit dangerous going for that. There's been a big crash through here. Now, sometimes that is the curbs. You get the cars lifted up. Oh, Ninetales is in a tree. The Paragons are not having a great time at the moment. We will get the slipstream. Go. We'll give a push to Chris. I had nowhere else to go, so it was really either give the momentum to Chris or jump on the brakes. We survive the slide. Now that is where the advantage of the Bentley is. Like Contact, the Bentley might actually get away with it. The Minis tend not to be. They're not switchy as such to drive normally. You know, they're not going to be, not like the Brioso, the 500, Fiat 500 race car, but a light contact on them can upset them quite a lot. Whereas the Paragon will probably get away with it a bit. I've had a shockingly bad lap for this. The start was okay. It's all got a little bit wrong around the end part of it. So that's not great. We've got Scotty with a Mini behind us, I think. I can be faster through there as well if I want to be. We're going for the full bravery. Okay, too brave. Too brave. We almost rolled it. In fact, I either wanted to be on the jump more or less. Either would have been good, either on the jump enough to actually get airtime, or fully off the jump to not get any sort of airtime. You see the corner ability of the Mini, and then we'll probably see the straight line speed. I mean, the slipstream, of course, is going to help us regardless, but we are faster either way than the Mini. They are 3 and 4 wide up ahead, fighting for the lead. Oh, and that was Liam in trouble. I can't carry all the speed I want to into this corner because of it. Scotty's going to have a look, won't make that one stick. Liam's playing a little risky with the trying to run the curbs. You don't want to end up in a tree doing that one. So we've got 4 Paragons in the top 6. Minis are currently 1 and 2, but this is going to change as the race goes on. I've actually had a good start to this lap. Oh, there's been a mess. Chris hit the inside wall and caused chaos for everyone. We're going to try... This is very difficult for us to overtake the Minis. if it's not on a straight line, because even if we get the line that we want, even if we get all the speed that we want, all that wall sticks out there that I forgot about. Nearly drove into it. Ewan got into trouble completely on his own through that corner, and we will be fighting now for the top 3. Oh, Risker got a slight tag. The minis are falling apart. The mini team is crumbling here. We have worked our way through. We are going to the outside, but here comes the minis. Oh, Liam's going to make it 3 wide. I'm going to yield that. Otherwise, that was going to end badly. While my car is strong and everything, it's stronger than the minis, there's still a point, oh, when it goes wrong. Danger Man climbed over the back of a mini, and that's not good either. Right, Ewan, come back here. Come back here. The curbs aren't going to save you. The curbs aren't going to save you. Oh, definitely not going to save you. I'm trying to put Ewan back the right way. That was... No. No. I was sat behind Ewan, and we just so many cars try to get past in one straight at what is the narrowest straight on the circuit. That was not clever. Ewan was an innocent bystander. I was really trying to punt the front of Ewan's car back to put it in a straight line, but there was just too many cars. The cars further back were stupid as well, and should have realised to lift off. I mean, I've come out of it relatively well. In that being in second place, we are still in a place where we might stand a chance. But Ewan has at least survived it. While it was a massive, massive mess, we actually haven't... It's changed the order of the front group. It hasn't dumped too many people out of it. Oh, well, that was my turn to end up punting the Mini. Clip on the wall got me a big wheelie, and Ewan trying to go around the outside. The Minis can recover quite well from some of these. If it goes okay, Chris is going to try and make the outside work there, which it didn't. Christ! We climbed all of our way to the front, and then it's gone. That lap was piss poor. Unfortunately for me, yeah, now we're out of time. We had all of that work. We got to the lead group. That's a real shame. That's just an abysmal lap that I was stuck in the middle of all the chaos. And we've got to try and recover wherever we can here. Now, I am on my own at least, which is something. We can go for fastest lap. Ninetales up in trouble at the chicane. Can we go for a quick lap? We will have potentially some slipstream. It might not be entirely out of the realms of possibility. It's almost like we're close enough. And yeah, clean air is quite nice. This is a great track for hot lapping around here. It's a fantastic fun circuit to drive. Ewan's throwing it at the wall with an awful lot of speed, and just about made it work. That twitchy Mini. You don't really want to bounce off the walls with the Mini if you can help it. There is chaos on the outside of that, which I don't want to get involved in if I can help it. Now we're going. My fastest lap on this lap probably won't work. Smidge, because while we have caught up to the group, that means now we are struggling for speed. Oh, there we go. That was what I was trying to do to Ewan. I was trying to just straighten the car out after a little bit of contact. Ewan is going to try and be brave. Oh, well, that corner, the jump line worked much better. Sadly, it worked much better earlier. Liam takes a victory by a comfortable margin in the end while everyone fell over themselves in second, and I had a load of cars crashing in front of me constantly in that. Well, there we go. That was something as Blakey's gone swimming. Oh, a good circuit, a good race for about 4 laps. It fell apart slightly at the end. A little bit unlucky. Just, yeah, had nowhere to go for me. So, while things might not have quite gone to plan for me in the first race, hopefully, might stand a little bit better chance in the second. We are driving the new Hellion that has just come out. It is essentially a Nissan Patrol, kind of big, chunky off-roader. There are some really cool modifications on this one, while, of course, for these races, we are all driving them standard. You can have, like, a massive turbo that sticks out the side of the bonnet. It's quite wacky, quite brilliant, really. So, yeah, I like the look, much like with all the bloody GTA cars. It's expensive, so I probably won't buy... I say expensive, it's like 800,000. which is a lot for something like this, but it does have some cool modifications, and hopefully will make for some good racing. These sort of vehicles do tend to make for some entertaining racing, and they can actually bump draft a little bit. They might be a touch squirrely if they get shoved in the wrong way. They do a little bit of climbing over each other. Something we have seen with off-road vehicles before, the Reatta. This kind of makes a similar size to the Reatta, similar ground clearance and whatnot. Yeah, if you nudge the back of a car ahead, sometimes they climb up the rear bumper and roll over. The Reatta is very funny when it does it, not necessarily all that helpful for racing, but yeah, you're not going to want to... You're not going to want to get too close to the back of a vehicle. I lost the back end. These are surprisingly oversteery. I wasn't expecting that from them at all. I think both me and Ninetails got caught out through that section. Me worse. They are surprisingly drifty trucks. I do like it. Like, already, I can tell this is good. I like this vehicle. I want one, but it's quite a lot of money for a thing that you'll drive a couple of times and probably not use. You might get away a little bit more with clattering those posts. Maybe not the completely solid ones, I think that would still upset it, but there's a little bit more ground clearance. Ninetails will be twitched through that corner. We will now have a run. Now, Slipstream has saved us a little bit this lap, because I haven't really driven all that well as we head in towards the final chicane. Ninetails, we did say after the mess that was last time not to take the jump there. I mean, unless things have gone drastically wrong and you end up across it by accident. Probably not a good idea. We saw how much they got on two wheels. We are 3 and 4 battling for the lead now. There might be some more vehicles coming to join us as well, because there probably will be, let's face it. It's generally how it goes with these. It's the reason why we keep Slipstream and catch up on. It means if you have a bad start, you actually stand a chance of still having a decent race. Brazen is trying the climb over the truck ahead technique here. Bump drafting, they don't freak out from collisions, but there's a very good chance that your bump drafting will lead to a little bit of climbing, and climbing generally quite bad in a racing situation. Oh, Ewan actually did help me out of that corner. I managed to kind of like impart some of the speed to Scotty. I've got nowhere to go though with this draft. I got nowhere to go. Couldn't really push Ninetails. We get a second sort of bite of the draft on the outside and make it work. Not quite sure what happened to Brazen. Something must have gone on at the chicane. Scotty's fallen over. I don't know how Scotty's fallen over, but Scotty was on all 4 wheels and then wasn't on all 4 wheels. That's quite, you know what? Well done. Well done, Scotty. That was quite impressive. Now we've got Ninetails fighting to the outside of us here. Oh, 2 cars will struggle to fit on that wider line. I'm going to have to concede, and we're going to lose a lot of positions. Blakey and Liam got together. Yeah, so the bump drafting is not a clever idea at the most part with these. They get quite unhappy in a different way. There's that might have been how Scotty ended up falling over. I don't actually know. We are carrying a lot of speed in towards this final chicane. Bobbled a little bit, nothing terrible, not too far on our side, not too likely to fall over. We get a good run, and we would, if that was the final lap, we would win the race. We get the draft to the finish line. If it was the final lap, I suspect Ninetails would have wanted to break the toe a lot more. At the moment, not all that fussed. Hell, the more we can slipstream and work with each other, the fewer vehicles will come and join us, although I think they're too close to us. I think the pack is going to get us regardless of what we try now. Liam is going to go to the outside. They're 3 wide up ahead. They will all run out of a draft, and I will have nowhere to go. I have to pick who is going to get the better run through here. Not me on the outside of a 3 wide. No chance. That corner is very tough 2 wide. Oh, I squeezed a little more than I should have done. Sorry, Danger Man. That was my bad. I thought I'd got the speed right for that corner for us to go side by side, and while yes, Danger Man technically hit the back of my car, I should not have squeezed towards the wall. Danger Man had nowhere to go. That is yeah, very much my bad. Now, we cost ourselves a little bit of time. We could have done a lot worse of things on that corner. Stop with the oversteer. I was doing well, because now we've got to push that little bit more to rejoin the lead group. That's when I make goofs. That's when we make silly mistakes. We're not gonna make up any positions, so just focus on taking a normal line through all of that. The big old loudspeaker shouting away on the bridge for whatever reason. Now we've got a lot of trucks in very, very close proximity here. Oh, they will climb over that. That's good to know. Is that a Ewan coming to join us as well, I think, behind? We're going to have an 8-vehicle battle for the lead here. I knew these were always the sort of vehicles that would make for an exciting race. These are always the kind of vehicles that work. It's the inverse law of FailRace. It's in full effect. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ewan, for punting me through that one. The inverse law of FailRace, followed immediately by a rolling car. I'd say the curse of the commentator is working pretty strongly today. The inverse law of FailRace is that the sillier the vehicle, the better the racing, which this is proving to be quite accurate. Big off-road lifted truck, working very well. The rolling part's just an added bonus. I mean, that's just a general rule of FailRaces. If it can roll, it will roll. And we did pretty well at making that happen. That's a lot of trucks. They're almost 4 wide into the chicane. Blakey will take the lead. Liam and Brazen got a little bit connected. I think I might have straightened Brazen's truck out slightly in all of that. We are back in the fight. We are where we need to be. We are in the group heading towards the final laps. We're in with a chance. It's not going to be Liam to the lead. That was a lamppost. That was a very solid lamppost that didn't move when the Hellion hit it. So... we'll get that one done. Quite a nice little pass. Oh, it was only just any slight mistiming on that would have ended up in me going round on the front of Blakey's truck, but we got it worked. I mean, Blakey's now going to get slipstream off of me. Team Orange is having a much better time of it in the off-roaders. Ninetales, you will not get that. You will not get that. There is not width to put another vehicle there because it narrows towards the end of that section. We're going to have one more lap of this mayhem. Who is going to stay on their wheels? Who is going to be able to make the most of any opportunities that might come their way? Ninetales gets a good run out of the corner. I will also get a good run, but it won't be enough. We're going to fall back into line through there. Ninetales bobbles the chicane parts. I am too far back. We have got to be closer for the run to the finish line if we're going to want to stand a chance. This slipstream is powerful, of course, but not that powerful. Not that powerful. We're going to be able to right on the bumper. I did fall back a little bit, not trying to fight with Scotty too much through there, but there we go. We learn each time. I've not got a very good run out of there. That's a bit of a problem. Blakey will get a good toe off the back of me. In fact, Ewan and Liam's got a mega toe down all of that. Can I have... Oh, Ewan's gives us a helping hand. That has actually quite helped me out, although it's carried a lot of speed into this. Scotty got on 2 wheels. Ewan puts us round, and we go in front of Blakey. It all stacked up. It was only the tiniest of nudges, but it was just enough. It was just enough that there was no way of saving it, and that is the narrowest part of the circuit. And when that goes wrong, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do about it. We might be on for 4th. The lead 3 are gone. We will not be fighting with them. Sadly, that is the way it goes. Sometimes another lap and we would have got back into the fray. But that's again, it's the final lap. The last time it was lap 4 that went wrong. This time it actually is the final lap where things have gone wrong. Now I can't have a big dive there up the inside. I couldn't even sneak myself back across to the outside there if I'd wanted to, because Blakey was alongside. We might lose another position. We might even lose out to Brazen here. A lot of understeer from Ewan up ahead, although Brazen's going to have to go a long way around on this bit, try not to lose the back end. We get a good run up the hill. Blakey got an assist from Brazen, and that didn't quite go according to plan. Danger Man tried to get to the inside of us. We may get the run on Ewan here. We will get the run on Ewan for 4th. We bobbled our way across the finish line, across the bumps towards the finish. We will take a 4th position. Sadly, we couldn't be involved in the fight at the front, which is a little bit of a shame. Scotty would take victory from Liam. Ninetales in 3rd. We end up in 4th with a 3,000th of a second faster lap than Ninetales. We do beat Ewan in the end. Danger Man ends up 6th ahead of Brazen. Blakey was unlucky. Blakey was unlucky, was with us the entire way, and just got a slight nudge from Brazen. These things bump draft fine sometimes, and other times they get quite upset apparently. Unless there was other contact, which I didn't see further back. They're good fun. They are really good fun to race. It's a fantastic circuit. Thank you very much, Brazen, for building this one. And of course, thank you all very much for watching. But that is going to be it for today. Until next time, a goodbye.